The Boeing 747. Instantly recognizable, it shrank the world and democratized air travel. Passengers marveled at its size. But now, these giants are disappearing. The story involves more than just newer planes. It's about shifting economies and changing demands. Could the Queen of the Skies make a comeback? Dreaming of a bigger sky. It's the mid-1960s and air travel is exploding. Boeing, ever the innovator, realizes that they need to build something truly massive. The goal? An aircraft that could haul way more passengers and cargo than anything seen before, making air travel more efficient, reducing those frustrating delays, and easing the congestion at airports. This ambitious idea started with a now legendary conversation between Boeing's president, the visionary William Allen, and Juan Trippe, the incredibly influential head of Pan American World Airways. Trippe, known for his bold moves and unwavering belief in the future of air travel, essentially challenged Allen. "If you build it, I'll buy it." And Allen, never one to back down from a challenge, confidently shot back, "If you buy it, I'll build it." That handshake deal was all it took, and Pan Am placed an order for a whopping 25 of these brand new, still theoretical Boeing 747s in April 1966, at a cool $20 million each. This was a huge gamble, but both men knew they were onto something special. Enter Joe Sutter. He gets plucked from his work on the Boeing 737 program and is thrust into the leadership role for the design of this new behemoth, which they officially designated the 747. Now, here's a bit of interesting background. Boeing wasn't entirely convinced that long-range, subsonic airliners were the ultimate future. So, the 747 was cleverly designed to be easily converted into a freighter, just in case the passenger version didn't quite take off as planned. Talk about having a backup plan. The team working on the 747 was nicknamed the Incredibles due to their fast-paced schedule. The Queen takes flight. Fast forward a few years of intense design, engineering, and construction, and the first Boeing 747 finally rolled out of the custom-built Everett plant on September 30th, 1968. Now, this wasn't just any factory. The Everett plant was specifically built to accommodate the sheer size of the 747. And can you even believe this? At the time, it was the world's largest building by volume. Just think of the scale of that. After the grand rollout, the real work began. The first test flight was eagerly anticipated and finally took place on February 9th, 1969. At the controls were pilot Jack Waddell, co-pilot Brian Weigel, and flight engineer Jess Wallach. The pressure was on to prove that this gigantic aircraft could fly, adding a touch of glamour to the launch. 26 flight attendants lined up and posed in front of the aircraft. Each was selected to represent one of the airlines that had already placed orders for the 747, showcasing the global excitement surrounding this new plane. Over the next 10 months, the 747 underwent a grueling series of flight tests. The FAA officially certified the 747 for commercial passenger service on December 30th, 1969. Finally, January 22nd, 1970 was the big day. The Boeing 747 officially entered commercial service, with Pan Am flying from New York to London. It quickly earned the nickname Jumbo Jet due to its unprecedented size and became known as the first ever wide-body airliner, ushering in a new era of air travel, reflecting the magnitude of the moment. Juan Trippe declared that the 747 would be a great weapon for peace, competing with intercontinental missiles for mankind's destiny. Innovations and iconic designs. Now, let's look at what made the 747 such a game-changer. First and foremost, it's a four-engine jet aircraft, a significant design choice at the time, providing both power and redundancy for long-haul flights. The early versions were powered by Pratt & Whitney JT9D turbofan engines. But as technology advanced, later models were equipped with more powerful and efficient General Electric CF6 and Rolls-Royce RB211 engines. The interior layout allowed it to accommodate 366 passengers in 3 travel classes and passengers in the economy class had 10 abreast seating, maximizing the number of people it could transport. A key feature of the 747's design is the wing's 37.5 degrees sweep, which allowed it to efficiently cruise at 900 kilometers per hour, balancing speed and fuel consumption. And of course, you can't miss the 4 main landing gear legs, which were essential to support the aircraft's immense weight. Here's a particularly clever design element. The 747 features a partial double-deck design with a raised cockpit, creating that distinctive hump that we all recognize. However, this wasn't just for aesthetics. This design allowed the aircraft to be readily converted into a freighter by installing a large upward hinged cargo door in the nose, making it incredibly versatile. The economic winds of decline. Let's delve into why the Boeing 747, once a ubiquitous sight in the skies, has become less common. It isn't simply a matter of newer airplanes being more modern or aesthetically pleasing. The economic realities of the aviation industry have played a pivotal role in its decline. The 747's construction coincided with an extremely ambitious time for Boeing as it was constructing the aircraft, building the factory needed to assemble it, and the new 373. One of the key factors was the shift in airline business models. While the 747 initially revolutionized air travel by enabling airlines to transport many passengers on a single flight, filling such a massive aircraft consistently proved to be a significant challenge. Airlines began to recognize that they could achieve comparable, or even greater, profitability by operating smaller, more fuel-efficient aircraft, even if it meant increasing the frequency of flights. These included the 777, 787, and A350. These planes gave airlines flexibility. Rising fuel costs exerted immense pressure on airlines to optimize fuel efficiency. The 747th, with its 4 powerful engines, became a liability as fuel prices soared. As fuel prices rose, those 4 engines became a serious liability. A Boeing 747-400, manufactured between 1989 and 2009, costs around $26.635 an hour to run, and a Boeing 787-8 costs $14.465 an hour to operate, 45% cheaper. This made it difficult to compete with the fuel efficiency of the newer 2-engine aircraft. The final 747 rolls out. After an impressive production run spanning more than half a century, the final Boeing 747 gracefully rolled out of the assembly plant in Everett, Washington, on December 6, 2022. This historic aircraft was officially delivered to Atlas Air, a leading cargo carrier, in early 2023, signifying the end of an era in aviation history. The last passenger 747 was delivered to Korean Air in 2017. In the years leading up to this momentous occasion, Boeing had gradually scaled back production of the 747 in response to dwindling orders and evolving market dynamics. It became increasingly evident that the economic landscape of the aviation industry had undergone a fundamental shift. With the rising popularity of twin-engine wide-body aircraft, the demand for the giant jumbo jet simply wasn't sufficient to justify keeping the production line running indefinitely. Airlines overwhelmingly favored the operating efficiencies that the 787 and A350 offered. Interestingly, the final 747 to be produced was a 747-8 freighter variant, underscoring the aircraft's enduring appeal within the cargo market. While passenger airlines were rapidly transitioning to more fuel-efficient and cost-effective models for passenger transport, the 747's immense cargo capacity continued to make it an asset for hauling freight across vast distances. Even Atlas Air, taking the last 747 to be made, has already started moving the bulk of its cargo business to the Boeing 777, a twin-engine plane that entered service in the mid-1990s. Reigning supreme in global logistics. Although passenger-configured Boeing 747s are becoming an increasingly rare sight at airports around the world, the cargo variant continues to reign supreme as a workhorse for numerous airlines and logistics companies. The aircraft's exceptional cargo capacity and impressive long-range capabilities make it ideally suited for transporting substantial quantities of goods and time-sensitive shipments across continents. As a result, the 747 freighter remains a vital component of the global supply chain. As discussed, airlines were able to operate smaller two-engine planes with no economic disadvantage while avoiding the risk of operating with too many empty seats. The 747's unique design, characterized by its distinctive upper deck hump and the availability of a nose loading capability on certain models, renders it particularly well suited for accommodating oversized and irregularly shaped cargo. It can load entire vehicles, industrial equipment, and other bulky items. This unique capability has helped the 747 maintain its niche in the cargo world, still flying high, while the production of the Boeing 747 has come to an end. The aircraft continues to grace the skies in 2025. Although its presence is gradually diminishing, particularly in passenger service. Although passenger versions are becoming increasingly scarce, a few airlines continue to fly them, especially on long-haul routes. As of June 2021, just 21 passenger 747-8ES remain in service, alongside 22 passenger 747s of other variants. Lufthansa, Air China, and Korean Air are the exceptions. Passenger airlines also lost interest in the aircraft. Many cargo carriers still rely on the 747. You'll find them operated by companies such as Atlas Air, United Parcel Service, and Cargolux, still employing 747 freighters to ensure the smooth flow of goods across the globe. These airlines rely on the aircraft's unique capabilities to transport large volumes of cargo efficiently and reliably. Ultimately, the 747's legacy in aviation history remains indelible. It revolutionized air travel, fostering greater connectivity between nations and cultures, and paving the way for the modern aviation industry as we know it today. Even though newer, more efficient aircraft are progressively taking over the reins, the Queen of the Skies will forever hold a special place in the hearts and minds of aviation enthusiasts and industry professionals chasing the 747 experience. The quest to experience a Boeing 747 flight in 2025 has officially entered expert level. But trust that capturing a ride on this flying legend remains a worthwhile pursuit. The path to experiencing the Queen requires diligence and perhaps a bit of luck, but the rewards are unmatched. Currently, Lufthansa remains the prime destination for those seeking a 747 experience. Its Boeing 747 jets travel to Bengaluru Airport, New York Newark Liberty, Washington Dulles, Miami, San Francisco, São Paulo, Tokyo Haneda, Johannesburg, Mexico City, Shanghai Pudong, and Changi. The scope of this network greatly enhances opportunities to secure a coveted seat. Importantly, Lufthansa's commitment extends beyond simply maintaining existing flights. Investment continues with the installation of upgraded interiors and seating within its 747 fleet. This proactive approach signals a sustained belief in the aircraft's value and reinforces its role in future operations. It's wise to consult Lufthansa's official website directly for the most up-to-date route information and booking possibilities, as schedules are always subject to change. And don't forget, booking in advance significantly improves the chances of securing a spot on these sought-after flights. New missions for an aviation legend. As passenger 747s become less prevalent in the skies, a natural question arises: what becomes of these iconic aircraft? Rest assured, a fulfilling second act awaits many of these planes as they transition into cargo hauling, where their unique capabilities are highly valued. The 747's inherent design and impressive carrying capacity make them ideally suited for transporting goods across vast distances. And cargo airlines are stepping up to give these planes a new lease on life. They function as linchpins of global logistics, carrying diverse cargo that ranges from essential electronics to vital medical supplies and time-sensitive agricultural products. If you see a 747 in the air, it is likely to have been loaded with cargo. The major players in the cargo arena, Atlas Air, UPS, and Cargolux are leading the charge. Their continued operation of 747s is a testament to the aircraft's enduring value and crucial role in supporting international trade and supply chains. Observing one of these 747s taxiing for takeoff is a reminder of its impact on the global economy. The cargo role is a crucial one that ensures the Queen remains relevant. The 747's lasting legacy. To fully appreciate the Boeing 747, consider its profound and lasting influence on the world of aviation and beyond. 747's legacy extends far beyond the realm of aviation. It made air travel more affordable and accessible. This democratization of flight connected cultures and fostered global understanding in ways previously unimaginable. The Queen of the Skies challenged engineers to push the boundaries of what was technically possible. Its enormous size necessitated the development of new manufacturing techniques, more powerful engines, and larger airport infrastructure. The 747 became more than just an airplane. It became a symbol of progress, innovation, and the boundless potential of human ingenuity. The influence of the 747 will be visible through some forms of passenger and cargo aircraft. So, the next time you encounter a 747, either in person or through images, take a moment to acknowledge its incredible impact on the world. It shrunk the planet, it sparked imagination, and it continues to inspire, even as it gracefully transitions into a new chapter. The Boeing 747 and its legacy will continue for generations. So that's the story of the Boeing 747. What are your thoughts on the Queen of the Skies? Let us know in the comments below. If you enjoy this video, please like and subscribe for more content. Thanks for watching.